If you do have a question for D, go ahead and hit the raise hand feature at the bottom of the screen. We will get you unmuted and called on. We'll go ahead and start here with Jeff Metcalf of the Arizona Republic, followed by Alex Simon.
Hi, I'm wondering, Tamika Catchings gave a pretty inspiring speech yesterday at the Hall of Fame. I wonder if you happen to catch any of that, or if you just have any thoughts on her induction.
I mean, who's worked harder than Tamika Catchings? And, you know, we always talk about what she's done on the court, and that speaks for itself. But I think more than anything, what she's been able to do off the court. I always say I admire people who do, you know, so much work in the community, and, you know, what she's been able to do there in Indiana and what she's brought to that franchise, you know, it speaks volumes of what kind of person she is. And I just have so much admiration for Catch. You know, we battled summer after summer in the WNBA. And then finally, when we got to play in the Olympic teams together, it was, you know, it was you know, a breath of fresh air, because you got to compete with her and you got to feed off her energy and her competitiveness and how hard she played. She's just one of a kind, and no one deserves to be named a Hall of Famer more than Catch.
Next up, we have Alex Simon with the next, followed by Carl.
Hi, Diana. I know you faced her twice last year after she left, but is there ever, I mean, you played with Dawana for, you know, longer than anybody but your wife. Is there a point where you get these moments and it's just like, hey, like, this is still weird, this is still, you know, off when you're going to face off against her?
I think we just had shoot around, and she was up on the scoreboard, and she still looks weird in that jersey to me.
Does that, I guess, you know, you've developed quite the reputation for being a talker, but does that kind of come even harder when it's somebody that you know so well, so you know she knows you so well, so you know she won't take it personally, but you want to have that happen?
You know, I'll always have a spot for DB in my heart. You know, we spent 10 years together on the same team. We won 2 championships together. We've gone through ups and downs. You know, we've had families simultaneously. I mean, we've been through a lot, in, you know, on the court and off the court. And I'm just happy that she's happy. You know, because when it comes down to it, you want to be in a place where you enjoy playing basketball. And, you know, when I watch her play, she's enjoying basketball again. And for me, that's number one. And, you know, I think she's been able to expand her game and the things that she can do on the court. And, you know, that's what it's all about. You know, when you get into your career and the years start adding up, there's sometimes there's different things that you need and then you want as a career. So DB is always going to be a part of, you know, the Phoenix family. She spent 10 years of hard work, of winning championships, of really entrenched herself in the community. So, you know, we love DB. We always will.
We'll go over to Carl now, followed by Maggie. Oh, go ahead, Carl.
Okay. Hey, Diana, Carl Adamek, how are you?
Hey, Carl.
When you make a game-winning shot like you did the other night, people ask me, when is she going to retire? It's moments like that I keep you going until you physically can. What's it like to still be able to do that? And do the shots that you make in those situations stay with you longer than the ones you miss?
No, I'm still complaining about the 2 free throws I missed, the little layup I missed, the long cross-court pass that I threw to Skylar and Crystal picked off. Those are the things that I remembered after the game. Everyone else, you know, can talk about the shot, but I remember about the things that I need to correct and fix to make sure that our team gets a little bit better. And, you know, I always say in those moments, you just can't care. You got to just really have confidence in the work that you've put in, hour after hour, day after day. And, you know, if that ball doesn't go in, I feel good about taking that shot. And, you know, when it goes in, obviously, you know, we feel a little bit better the next morning.
Where's the attitude come from? Not everyone feels that way.
I don't know. I just think you have to have, there's certain things about this game that if you over worry about or over analyze, it'll drive you crazy. So for as, as passionate as I am about the game and how it consumes pretty much every minute of my day, when the game starts, all that kind of goes away. I just feel like, you just play and you let the game dictate what happens throughout those 40 minutes. So it's kind of, a catch-22 when it comes to basketball. And then once the game starts, you really have to put all those worries and all those, moments kind of aside and just get, just let yourself get lost in those 40 minutes.
All right, we'll kick it over to Maggie, followed by Landon Buford. Oh, we have you, Maggie?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Sorry, I was kept going in and out. What's it like to have 3 other UConn grads on the team this year? I know you have Kia and Megan jumping in this season. I mean, do you guys ever swap stories? Is it just kind of nice to know they came up the same way you came up?
Yeah, recently, obviously when we landed in Connecticut, all those memories start coming back to you. And I think we've all had moments where we kind of, think about the days that we spent, in Gamble on campus. And obviously campus is a little bit different from when I went to school where, it was pretty much nothing but Gamble. And now, campus has expanded. It's amazing. And, yesterday on the way to practice, we got to see Coach Oriama for about 10 minutes in the lobby. So that was fun for him to be able to see all of us. And, we kind of each represent a different, era of Huskies basketball, but it all ties us together. And, we kind of all share stories about nights at Ted's, which is probably the most important thing when you become a UConn Husky.
When you're in UConn, or not, when you're in Connecticut, you probably don't have a lot of time this trip, but is there anything you have to do or any place you have to go whenever you come here?
I wish we usually come and it's, obviously we play tonight and we leave tomorrow morning and I don't really get a chance to go to campus and see everyone. It's just nice to be back. The bus ride from the airport to the Mohegan Sun, a lot of nostalgia, pops into my head, all the memories, all the drives around the state and how beautiful it is. I really do miss it. I really hope to spend a little bit more time, this winter, maybe come out for a month or two and show Penny and Leo around and, hang with, Coach and his wife a little bit more.
We have time for just a few more. Next up, we have Landon Buford, followed by Criso Saltis.
Hey, D. Lauren Jackson and Yolanda Griffith are on the ballot today to be entered into the Hall of Fame in a couple. What are your thoughts about those two getting that honor? And I spoke to Sue yesterday. She said she'd be shocked if they don't get in.
Oh, I mean, the two of them, when you say Hall of Fame and what that means for a basketball player, I think both of them, are the epitome of that. They played at the highest level in the WNBA for their countries, at the Olympic level. When you talk about two of the most dominant post players to ever play and two very, very different styles, that's Yo and LJ. So I would be shocked if they're not, first ballot Hall of Famers.
All right, we're going to kick it over to Criso Saltis, followed by, I believe, Amir Trisel for our final two here.
Hello, Diana. Hope you are doing well. From your perspective, is it a good sign for you that starting your 17th season in WNBA with a game-winning shot in the season debut game, and also how you imagine you're inducted to the Hall of Fame?
Oh yeah, it always feels good when you win the first game. I think overall as a team, when you kick off that first day with a win, it gives you a little bit more of, confidence in what you're doing and perspective, and it kind of, propels you to the next game. So that was really good. And, the Hall of Fame, I mean, as a little kid, you just watch, whether it was basketball Hall of Fame, football Hall of Fame, baseball Hall of Fame, and, you get that cool jacket. It's a dream come true for a lot of people. And, right now I feel like I still have a little bit more to write, but if that day ever comes, it'll be an amazing day for me and really for my family and for everyone who has a part in it. Cause you don't get this far without the help of coaches, players, parents, family. I mean, the list goes on. And, I've always said, I've been very lucky.
Our final question will actually come from James.
Oh, hi, Diana. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I just want to ask you a question about the 20th anniversary of the league, and how happy are you to see now? Here you are, the face of the league, and here I see that this year there seems to be the most TV coverage ever. It seems like the pandemic, in some ways, has actually led to the WNBA getting what it should have gotten 20 years ago.
Right. First of all, I want to thank the people who were there from day one, and that can't be overlooked. The people who've covered this league since day one in the media, the fans who've been here since day one. This recognition goes to a lot of people of 25 years, because that's a long time for a league. Especially, I think we've faced some difficulties that unfairly have been put on us. And I think we figured out, what this league stands for. And it's, it's a lot more than just basketball. It's a lot of the things that we go through personally as human beings off the court. And I think we've been able to relate that to people, and they see how much work we put into this. And it's a year-round thing. It just doesn't happen overnight. And we've devoted our lives and our careers to the game of basketball. So the recognition, it's for everyone who's participated in the WNBA, who's bought a ticket, who's tried out for a team, who's been on a roster. I mean, a lot of people have worked very hard to get the league to this point.
All right, thanks for the time, Dave.
Bye, guys.